Over to you.
Well, less than a week before, hundreds of thousands of Hawaii children start to head back to school, and many will start the year without the essential tools they need. Every year, KITV4 teams up with Helping Hands Hawaii, collecting much-needed school supplies as part of the School Tools Drive. But much needed is more, and much needed is more to be done. And part of our commitment to make sure all children have what they need when they go back to school. Next week, we brought in Scott Murashige, the program director with Helping Hands Hawaii, to tell us how we can help. Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us. So why don't you tell us how much was raised and how does it compare to years past?
Okay, well, this year we actually collected over $7,000 during the School Tools Drive this weekend. So that was enough for us to help 900 students to have the supplies they need to go back to school. It's actually good because it was a little bit higher than what we collected last year.
Yeah, that's great. But you're also saying that the need is greater than before. So what's happening in the schools right now? Because, you know, the children have to bring a bunch of things to school, but they just can't provide it. And a lot of times the teachers were augmenting the supplies themselves, right?
Yeah, I think in the past we'd hear that, you know, some of the teachers would go out and buy supplies for the children who weren't able to afford to, you know, bring them themselves. But now I think with the, you know, the economic hardship, that some of the teachers can't afford to do that anymore. So we still have, you know, parents that are calling our office for help with school supplies, even though school starts just next week.
Wow. And so, you know, it would be horrible if they go to school without the things that they need. And I know you have a list of things that are really, really important for those kids, right?
Yeah, I think the things we're looking for the most right now are things just like basic school supplies, like backpacks, composition books, crayons, filler paper, things like that.
Mm-hmm. And we have this right here: portfolios, spiral notebooks, folder paper, ballpoint pens, rulers, all kinds of things. And tell us about the distribution right now and how many schools that you're helping.
Well, right now, well, every year on average, we help about 8,000 students to this program, and the students get referred to us by social service agencies in the community. So right now, we're still doing the distribution to the social service agencies that signed up the families.
Mm-hmm. And what are you hearing from the folks out there, you know, the students and the teachers that are getting these much-needed supplies?
I think that they're, you know, grateful for the help that they're getting, and I think for the kids it really makes a difference because you don't want to be, you know, singled out as being, you know, the one kid in the class that doesn't have the same things as everybody else. So we want to just make sure that all the kids are on an equal playing field.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, it's just shocking to think that a child would start the school year without a pencil or without a notebook, because how are they supposed to study and learn when they're in school, right?
Yeah, correct. I mean, so the point of this and the School Tools partnership is we just want to make sure that all the kids have the tools that they need to succeed.
Were you really surprised by the last School Tools fundraiser, because people were so generous out there at the Sam's Club?
Yeah, I know. I mean, it was amazing. I mean, we had, I think, one person give us like, you know, $50, and I was just shocked. Every year, you know, I'm just impressed by the generosity of people.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, Scott Murashige with Helping Hands Hawaii, thank you so much for joining us, and good luck with your efforts. We really appreciate it. And KITV4's commitment to getting you and your keiki prepared continues online. You can head to KITV.com and find a back-to-school section at the top of our homepage. And while you're there, think your keiki's prepared with all the tools they need to take on the school year. Our morning newscast is launching a KITV4 Keiki of the Day segment. Entering is simple. Just upload photos of your son or daughter to the U Local section of our website, KITV.com, and we just may show them on